Happy Friday, folks. Today I am going to revive a topic that I haven't talked about in a while. It's a very specific topic, but it is a topic that usually leads to at least some minor frustration, if not more than that, when I talk with technical managers and when we talk with our clients. And that topic is meetings. Useless meetings. Useless meetings suck. Going to meetings day in and day out and feeling like you're just like on this hamster wheel, and maybe you're not physically punching in, like an assembly line worker, but that's what it feels like. You're going in and you go to a meeting, and then you go to another meeting, and then you go to another meeting. And if that weren't like as mind crushing and soul crushing enough, the meetings feel useless. Like you feel like you're not getting anything done. You're not getting shit done, and you want to get shit done. You want to make decisions. You want to move forward. You want to add measurable value, but yet you just feel like you're either sitting in this live meeting, or maybe you're on like a Zoom session or a teleconference or something like that, and you're thinking, why am I here? Or you're thinking like, I do see why I'm here, but I don't know how to add value to this meeting, because maybe it's not your meeting, maybe it's someone else's. Or maybe it is your meeting, maybe it's your weekly staff meeting. Or maybe even if it's one-on-ones with your team, like you're doing that, but you don't have a sense of how to really keep the momentum up for those meetings. And it just becomes, like I said, this soul-crushing, at the end of the day, I don't feel like I accomplished anything. And when my team looks at me as their manager, as their leader, and they say, well, what do you do all day? You just go to meetings. Like, what do you do? And that makes you think, what do I do all day? Am I just a monkey that's sitting there in a chair? Could a monkey do the job better than I can? Because, all I need to do is sit here in this chair, or like type on Slack or call into phone calls. Maybe they would do better than I would. And you start to go there, but there's a better way. Because one of the reasons why useless meetings suck is because we know they can be better. They don't have to suck. We all seen those glimmers of hope in some of the meetings that we've been to. Right? I listed in the post 10 reasons why useless meetings suck. They waste our limited time, our limited mental focus. They don't move project forwards, and sometimes they move them backwards. They put us in bad moods before, during, after. People are more likely to lash out because they're so frustrated. We leave feeling mentally, physically drained. We leave with absolutely no idea what next steps are. We'll need to have the same meeting again because the first meeting was so completely useless, and it's just like this endless, oh my God, why are we doing this? We feel the negative effects for the rest of the day and maybe even longer. So we take it at home with us. It bleeds over into our relationships. And number 10, we know meetings don't have to suck. It does not have to be this way. Yet, here you are going in and day out, pulling your hair out like, oh my God, how do I fix meetings? How do I fix my meetings? How do I own my meetings? How do I own every single meeting that I go to, even if it's not my meeting? Even if I'm not the one who called it, like maybe a senior leader called it, maybe one of the project managers called it, or something like that, and you're there. It's not technically your meeting, but you still want to own it. And you want to make sure, whether it's your meeting or not, that everyone leaves that room, not just you, but everyone leaves that room with a sense of, here's our next steps, and wow, that was mind-blowing. Like, imagine a world where every single meeting that you go to, whether it's yours or not, you own that meeting. And you leave every meeting knowing exactly how that meeting added value to your team and added value to your organization. Even if it's one small step in the right direction, you can articulate that. If you were to talk to the CEO right after the meeting, like to your CEO or your CTO or some other senior leader, right after the meeting, you would be able to go into her or his office and say, wow, this was an awesome meeting, and here's exactly how it's moving the company's mission forward. And they're gonna say, bravo, I love it. Imagine meetings like that. And also meetings that, they're fun. It feels good too, right? There's measurable progress. There's identifiable quantitative progress at the end of every single meeting. And it feels good. Like you want to go like, oh my God, my staff meeting. I'm so excited about talking about this, that, and the other thing. Oh, that meeting with the project manager or the product team. Oh, I have so many ideas and we're going to implement them. Imagine a world like that. And it's absolutely possible because this is one of the first things that we work with after the mission and getting clarity for a lot of our clients, especially our clients who are really wanting to add as much excellence as possible. Like that's at the top of their priority list. Yes, they want to evangelize their excellence, but they also want to make sure that every single day they are adding and building measurable excellence to their team, to their organization. And so one of the first things that we work on is meetings, because every single tech manager, there is room for every single tech manager, especially if you're looking for help to upgrade your career, there is room for growth in building that excellence. Therefore, there is room for growth in building better meetings. But here's the thing, I know you want to fix meetings. I know that you get that. But the truth is it's not easy to do it. Because if it were easy to do it, you would have fixed it already. You would have done it already. You would have done it on your own, or you would have done it by, implementing the hundreds of ideas that you've read about in the hundreds of leadership books that you've read, or the podcasts that you've listened to, or all of the other chatter out there about meetings. And there's some good chatter. I'm not knocking it, but it's all just information. And it's useless unless you actually apply it. And the reason that that's not working for you is because you don't have a system and you don't have the support in order to apply it. You don't have an expert that you can ask questions to. Like, okay, I get this system at a high level. I get it intellectually, but how do I implement it at my team? I'm not sure if it's going to work. How do I tweak it to make it work for me and so that it doesn't feel like a chore? Right? That is the honest truth, that it's hard to fix. If it were easy, you would have done it already. So that's what we do at the People Stack, is we help our clients by giving them a system, a proven system, like in this case for building meetings, building better meetings. Because Rob and I, we've been there, we've done that, we've been down that hole of suckage, of sucky meetings, and we've got out of it and we figured out how to do it on our own, and we've built our own systems, and we've helped hundreds of other clients. Rob was my first client. Rob's client 0. So my husband is client 0. And then we've helped hundreds of other clients in the process to build better meetings by giving them a proven system to do it. And also the support, the ongoing support. Not just cheerleading, although that is important, but answering questions, helping you apply it. Because if you're not taking action every day to slowly but surely build better meetings, you're just going to keep running in that hamster wheel. So when you know that you're using a proven system that has helped for hundreds of other technical managers who are just like you, who want to own those meetings, who want to upgrade your careers, want to upgrade your teams, when you have that confidence that this is going to work, I know this is going to work because it's worked for everybody else, for people just like me, and we're there along the way, and we're celebrating the wins, and you're going to get early wins along the way because you're quantifying it. We're going to show you how to do it. Then it just works. It just works better. But you can't do it without the proven system and without the support. And there's no one else that does it this way. There are no other career coaches specifically for technical managers who help you both build that excellence, measurable excellence, and also evangelize it so that you can finally get recognized for the smart work that you're already doing and for the excellence that you're building, because you're going to get better along the way. So if you don't get that proven system, you're not going to have the confidence to move forward knowing it's going to work. And if you don't have the support, you're going to stay stuck, because resistance is why we stay stuck. We are creatures of habit. And if what you've been doing now is what for your meetings has been the same thing of what you've been doing for the last year, 5 years, maybe even longer, you've built that habit. And that's why your meetings suck. It's because you've built the habit of meeting suckage. And you didn't even realize it. And so to get out of there, to get out of that resistance, you need support. an expert guide through the process who is going to show you step by step how to do it, and that's what we do with the People Stack. So if that's what you want, if you don't want to have useless meetings anymore and you know that they don't have to suck, if you're ready to own your meetings, if you're ready to own yourself as a leader to become the best leader possible, to build a thriving, high-performing team, and to finally own your career as well, to not feel stuck, to not feel like you're hitting those ceilings in your career. But yeah, I can break into senior management. Yeah, I can become VP. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to become C-level, CTO, CIO, one of the other C's, you can do that too if that's what you want, to finally take ownership of your career as well. Then that's what we're here for. So book a call with our team today, thepeoplestack.com/talk. We'll hop on the call, and we do it through Zoom. So a lot of you are already familiar with that already. We just hop on a Zoom call and we chat. We talk about what's not working in your career right now. If meetings are a part of it because you know that's kind of getting in the way of adding excellence, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what's not working. We'll talk about where you want to go. What's the dream? Where are you heading towards as a technical manager, as a technical leader? So then we've defined where you are right now and where you want to go. And if we could help you close that gap, we'll let you know. And we'll tell you and we'll show you what it would look like. If we can't help you, if we feel like at this point there would be other resources that are going to serve you better, we're going to steer you in that direction. So either way, this is going to be one of the most valuable calls that you have ever had about your tech career. You are going to leave that call with so much clarity, with so much value. You're going to wonder why it took so long to book it. So thepeoplestack.com/talk. So we'll talk to you soon, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everybody. And we'll see you next week, next Wednesday, for another video. Take care.